Hi, I'm Jason from One Good Earth Cycles, and today I'm going to show you how to do a quick 8-point inspection of your bike to make sure that you're safe and ready to head out on the road. And you can do this inspection, you should do this inspection at least once a week, whether you have a new bike or whether you bought a bike from a department store or whether it's a bike that you've been riding for the last 2 years every day. Every week you should take a few minutes and do a quick inspection of your bike. So I'm going to go through quick here the 8-point inspection. One of the first things you want to do is you're going to want to check your brakes. You're going to want to make sure that the lever stops the bike about halfway through the pull. And we're going to go through this on another bike, but we're going to go through this bike quickly. I got it nicely numbered. You're going to want to check for movement at the neck. And you can see on this bike here, this is a threadless neck. And on another bike we have over here, I'll show you a threaded neck. There are two different kinds of necks here that you're going to expect to see. That's a threaded neck right there. You can see that there's a nut on the top that you would tighten down if it's loose. And then going back to my bike over here, you can see that it's a combination of a nut on the top here and a top cap and 2 bolts right here that provide the pressure to keep the neck tight there. The third place you're going to want to check is down here at your crank. And all you're going to do is just grab the crank arm or by the pedal, and you're going to move it side to side and see if there's any noise and any movement. Number 4 is your tires, and this is where a bit of preventative maintenance is important. If you check your tires on a regular basis, you're going to find occasionally a piece of glass or a piece of metal or some kind of debris from the road. And if you can catch that before it works its way into your tire, into your tube, you're going to save yourself from having a flat. So just going to run over the tires as quickly as you can and check for glass. You don't have to make a project out of it, but a little bit of maintenance goes a long way. Number 5 is going to be your hubs. And on my bike it's a little easier to show on the front. This is your hub right here. There's a set of cones and bearings that go along the axle here. And all you're going to do is grab the front wheel and give it a wiggle, and you'll be able to tell whether it's loose or not. Going to number 6 is your pedals. It's always good to oil them. I got a little note here, oil me. Every once in a while, squeeze a little bit of oil into there, spin them around, lean the bike over a little bit so the oil can get in there. A little bit of maintenance on your pedals is going to go a long way. Number 7 is your chain. And again, a little note there, oil me on a regular basis. You don't have to go crazy. I got it noted there, 10W30. That's all we use here at One Good Earth Cycles is 10W30 motor oil. It's got a lubricant and cleaner. That's all that you need. As long as you do it on a regular basis, you don't need to spend money on crazy bike oil. And number 8 is your seat. You're going to want to check the nuts on the bottom. You can take a tool, that's probably a number 6, and you give it a quick turn every once in a while to make sure. And you're going to want to check the condition of your seat. And as you can see on my seat here, it's got a little bit of a rip in the seat. No big deal. I'll throw a little bit of tape on that, but as much as you can, you want to keep the bike maintained. And that's a quick 8-point inspection. If we come over to the bike here, I'll actually walk through it. So again, you're going to want to check your brake levers and your actual brakes. You know what I mean, that they move. And these ones aren't doing too well as the bike out of the shop here. These ones are actually moving. You want to make sure that, within a half a lever pull, that bike is going to come to a stop. Number 2 is the neck. Okay, all I do is grab the bike, I'm going to lift it off the ground and just give it a wiggle. And if it doesn't move, that's good. You can even give it a turn and feel if there's any kind of problems with the bearing. You're probably going to feel it in your hand. Number 3, again, you just reach down, grab the handle, grab the pedal, and just give it a wiggle. And you're looking for movement in these bearings along through here. Number 4, your tires. All you got to do is pick up your bike in the front a little bit and take a quick look. Spin the tire. If you see any kind of glass or any kind of intrusion, take it out. It'll save you a flat later on down the road. Number 5, I'm falling behind here. Here we go. 5 is your hub down here. And this one here is actually loose, and you'll be able to hear it when I wiggle it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's what it sounds like when it's loose. A minor adjustment on this one would make that run just fine. Number 6, your pedals. Again, to oil them, you just lean your bike over a little bit, drip a little bit of oil into here, and give them a spin. Drip a little bit of oil, give them a spin. Same thing on this side, lean it over, give it a spin. I'm just going to turn the bike around here again. I lost track of where I was. Number 6, your pedal's already done. 7, your chain. This one, as you can see, is almost orange. A little bit of oil would clean that right up. Get the leaves out of there, of course. And number 8 is your seat. And as you can see, this one is dry cracked here from being out. But you want to make sure that your bolt underneath the seat here is tight, not rusted if possible. You can throw some oil on it. So that's the basics on doing 8 points on your bike, and make sure that the bike is safe before you take off. I'm Jason from One Good Earth Cycles. Thanks.